Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's time for Podcast Tuesday once again. This time it is none other than spoilers. Spoilers for um, Avatar, The Last Airbender. Apparently, we're getting a new set in November? Man. And now I understand why people don't like Universes Beyond. It's not really like I don't have like problem with collaborations. I mean, it's just like it's starting to be too many sets. You get what I mean? I think there's being like too many sets. So let me just okay. So like I think there's like normally we're getting 4 sets of standard each year. Now we have like freaking 7 sets. Like man, what is this? Like we're getting like we got already Final Fantasy in July. No, June was Final Fantasy. July was Edge of Eternities. September we got Spider-Man, and now in November we're getting freaking Avatar. Like, and that was initially announced to be a freaking and that was supposed to be a freaking what was it? So yeah, we're getting a full stand, and now I mean the thing is that like, man, like those sets were supposed to be initially were like, what, so yeah. So yeah, let's just start this community chat. And well, what I was saying is that so yeah, just and now they announced like so many freaking sets. Like we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in January, was it? I think it was January. Then we got freaking what was it? Oh, so yeah. So yeah, and then we're getting Hobbit. Like we know original Lord of the Rings was a modern set, and now this is and now we're getting the Hobbit set in standard. So yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, what else we got? There's hi, Rami and Rainy. How are you? So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. And then that's not it. We still got standard sets. So we got Lore. No, wait. When was Lore? So Lorwyn. No, Lorwyn Eclipse was gonna release in January, right? I mean, January 23rd. Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming out in. Like the sets are gonna be smaller though, but there's gonna be more sets, like more priorities and more products. It's gonna be freaking crazy. Hey, Kainer de Schlima. How are you? And then what else? There were two more sets. I don't remember the names, but like Star Trek as well. We're getting Star Trek like in 1 year, like a full-on Star Trek set. And I mean, I don't watch. I never watched Star Trek. Hey, someone said hi. So yeah. So yeah, what I was saying is that there's a. So yeah, let's just go into the number 10. So yeah, the audio explanation done. Let's just start with the spoilers. So we first have Appa, Steadfast Guardian. We finally get a creature type with the Bison creature type. Yep, four mana free for legendary Bison ally. With flash flying, and when Appa enters, airbend any number of other non-land permanents you control. So, and where you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 ally. So yeah, there's like, so let me just, in case if you don't know what airbend is. So yeah, there's like so let's just explain all the, so I mean, airbending. There's like 4 different bendings, one for each mechanic. So alright. So firebending makes it so that when it whenever it attacks, it generates red, and it lasts until end of combat. So yeah, airbending is waterbending. All right, waterbending is just is a cost. You pay a generic cost, but it can be improvised and it can be convoked. So you can tap creatures to do this, and so yeah. Then you got waterbending is gonna help a lot with with survival cards, but it also works with cards that they have a. It also works with what else was it? Oh, Howling Mine. You can tap Howling Mine so that the opponent does not draw a card on their draw step from the Howling Mine. And all right, next you got Earthbending, where basically you can animate a land by making it a 0/0 with haste and put +1/+1 counters on it. But when it dies or it gets exiled, bring it back to the battlefield tapped. So it gives the land another life and makes it into a creature as well. So yeah, this will work with stuff like with creatures that untap creatures. Like so, and with Ozolith, that triggers stuff with creatures that leave the battlefield. Airbending, that's the one we're going to talk about now. So airbending lets you exile a card and then be able to recast it for 2 mana. So Appa, for example, lets you airbend your creature. So a board wipe happens. You flash in Appa, airbend your board, and then you can start recasting the board. But you can also redo ETB triggers. And by redoing ETB triggers, or cast triggers, etc., you can create allies with Appa, as it creates a 1/1 ally every time you cast a spell from exile. So there's also consider stuff that with cost reductions. So Helm of Awakening or Pearl Medallion or other stuff makes spell cost 1 as a cast. But if you airbend an opponent's permanent, you can delay it or stop it with Aven Interrupter or Dranith Magistrate. As Aven Interrupter will add an extra 2 mana to pay for the cost, or Dranith Magistrate lets you stop the opponent from casting it. So yeah, it's and also Cosmogrand Zenith. If you can use Cosmogrand Zenith, Verja, or stuff that lets you works with Flurry. So this works with Flurry. So you can cast a second spell much easier by casting a reduced cost. So yeah. And that's basically all the bendings. So yeah. Appa, quite a cool card as it lets you save the stuff. Also, Return of Ally mechanic. I mean, not like ally mechanic, but if those who played original Zendikar or Battle for Zendikar block will remember how cool the allies were. Allies, rally mechanic, oh my god, man. I mean, you gotta just remember it. It was just a crazy thing. Let's just go to number 9. We got Momo, Friendly Flyer, a 1-mana 1/1 legendary Lemur Bat ally. So we got a Lemur type as now. It's a creature type. And what else? It's when it has flying in the first non-Lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature you control with flying enters, Momo gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So yeah, very very powerful card. It's a 1-mana 1/1 fly, and it just starts growing. I mean, you can do a heavy hit if you're playing flying creatures. So Momo is just really powerful, and just makes non-Lemur flyers cheaper to cast. And does it fly? Yes, Appa flies. You can cast Appa for 3 mana with Momo. That's crazy. But yeah, another ally, and it seems like a cool card, honestly. So yeah, there. Let's go. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, microphone was on. There. This is better. All right. So let's go to our number 8, and we got Ang's Iceberg, a 3-mana enchantment with flash, and when this enchantment enters, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. You can warbend for 3 mana to sacrifice this enchantment. If you do, scry 2. Look at this. This is not sacrificing is not a cost. This literally, you activate the ability and then you can sacrifice it. And if you do sacrifice it, scry 2. So this means Ang's Iceberg can be destroyed, bounced, exiled, whatever, in response to the waterbend. So this is not a cost. I mean, waterbending, I already explained it earlier. You can convoke it and improvise it. So yeah, this is basically Nurse Strictly Better Binding Light. So yeah, it's a very cool card, honestly. And it has flash as well. So you do it instant speed, and then you can warband it. If you want to give them back, the creature get a scry or something, then yeah, you can just do that. Don't really have to, but whatever. So yeah, that's basically the number 8. Let's go to our number 7, and we got Yue, the Moon Spirit, 4-mana 3/3 legendary spirit ally with flying vigilance. Warbend 5 mana and tap it to cast a non-creature spell from your hand for free. What the hell? Oh my god! Omniscience is back. I mean, so so now Omniscience might actually become playable once again, because when they added Omniscience to standard in the Foundation set, we had there was Abuela's Awakening, and you could reanimate Omniscience with Abuela's Awakening, but it got banned, which means no more Omniscience, right? This card right there lets you cast a 10 mana spell for 5 mana and lets you use creatures and artifacts to make the casting cost easier. So, oh my god. And not only that, you can cast Omniscience as the enchantment. You don't even have to make it into a creature. Which means, hey! King D117, how are you? My favorite card, it's Omniscience. Yep, that's my favorite card. So yeah, that's basically. So now you can let you cast Omniscience for free. That's crazy. Well, let's go to the number 6. And we got Faded Firepower. Ed's and triple red. Enchantment with flash, and this enchantment enters with Ed's fire counters on it. If a source you control would deal damage to a source, to an opponent, or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus the number of fire counters on this enchantment. So, this is crazy. So this card literally lets you amp up. So it has flash, and you can amp up damage permanently based on how much mana you spend for this. So if you flash it in for 4 mana, then every damage you do adds 1, and put 2. And for 5 mana, it's 2 damage. 6 mana free. Man, this is like crazy. I mean, it's not even like double or triple damage. It stacks some damage. So everything that deals 4 damage starts dealing 7 damage, for example. Or do it like low levels, like put this like in a deck that just pings the opponent. And Faded Firepower gets like what, 4 fire counters, and boom, every 1 damage is 5 damage. Every 2 damage is 6 damage. Man, this is like literally great. Like Double Strike. Double Strike gets even more broken, cuz Double Strike it does the damage twice. So yeah. Faded Firepower just seems broken. I mean, of course, what do you say? It's a mythic. And plus, Flash? Oh my god. They will not see it coming. It is literally the new Embercleave. Possibly even better than Embercleave. Possibly even works of Embercleave. Man. Well, that is Faded Firepower. Issue is, not really ideal for burn. Why? Because it's too expensive. 4 mana, 5 mana. If once you cast that, you run out of sources to deal damage to your opponent. This is for late game. Try this in what? Timur Dragons? You can try this in Jeskai maybe? I don't know. But this still seems like a cool card. I like it. Maybe it works for dual commander. Regular commander even. Hell, you can even try modern. You can even try this in modern. But I don't know. I mean, Pioneer, this could work, but who even plays Pioneer nowadays? And, yep. Let's just go in to our number 5. And we got Katara, the Fearless. A free-man, free legendary human warrior ally. With your allies triggered twice. Oh! Look at this. So this works really well with the OG allies from Battle for Zendikar. So in case you don't know, Rally is a trigger that happens when the creature that enters or another ally you control enters the battlefield. So Katara can help your allies trigger twice, and the original allies all or almost all have rally abilities. So let me just go over to the advanced search where we got rally. All right, 18 results. Okay, hold on. I thought there were more cards. All right. Chasm Guide. So it gives all your creatures haste until turn. Okay, never mind. Not that. Fire Mantle Mage gives all your creatures menace until turn. No. Grove Tender Druids. I mean, you can pay the 1 mana again to put a 1/1 plant. But hey, if you have something that makes all your creatures into allies, you can technically loop this. And if by any chance you can add mana by entering creatures on the battlefield, you could loop the Grove Tender Druids. But whatever. Hero of Gomafada gives your creatures indestructible until turn. Okay, it does not matter much. Calastra Healer drains the opponents twice. Ooh, so instead of once, it will do it twice if you have Katara. What else? Core Bladeswell? Oh, Blade Roll? Oh, gives all creatures first strike. Never mind that. Core Entanglers taps 1 creature of an opponent. Okay, this will tap 2 creatures. Lantern Scout gives all your creatures lifelink. No. Makindi Patrol gives all your creatures vigilance. Nah. Oh, Munda! Munda also works. Oh! You, instead of revealing 4, you reveal 8. No, not. And you basically get. You get allies, like lots of allies. Oh, that's cool. Munda, another card to include in a Avatar allies deck, whatever. Too bad, does not work. Does not go in the same colors as Katara. Munda's like what? Boros, Katara is banned. On the champion, trample. No. No, no. Ooh, Resolute Blade Masters. Double strike. No. +1/+1 for Tajuru Beastmaster. Oh, so it's +2/+2. But wait, Tajuru Warcaller. So +2/+2 +4/+4. Okay, so honestly, just Tajuru Warcaller, Tajuru Beastmaster, Munda, Core Entanglers, and Calastra Healer, and Grove Tender Druids as well. Would be creatures that would benefit from Katara. I honestly thought there were more allies that would trigger, like from that would benefit from this trigger, but whatever. Let's go to the next one. And we got number 4, Katara! War Tribes Hope, a different Katara. 5 mana free legendary human warrior ally with vigilance. When Katara enters, create a 1/1 ally. And Waterbend Ets. Your creatures have base power of his Ets until turn, but you can't make it 0, only during your turn. So, can be done at instant speed though, that's good, but only in your turn. So, and plus, Katara has vigilance. So, you can tap her with the Warband ability. So you can attack, and then boom, Waterbend. And makes the creatures, like, bigger by doing this Warband. I mean, you can't really kill off your whole board with this, but the allies, the ally, for example, could become even bigger. And just depends on how much mana you put on it. Katara will be 5 mana, so what, 5+1 from Waterbending? You could make your creatures into 6/6s easily. Maybe even 7/7s, considering it would be a turn 6 without skipping any land drops. Hopefully, that's the hope. Well, that's basically Katara. Let's go in to our number 3. And we got Toph, the first Metal Bender. A 4-mana free legendary human warrior ally with non-token artifacts you control or lands in addition to their other types. At the beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2. So basically, you make your non-token artifacts can become lands, and since they're lands, you can Earthbend them to make them into creatures. And you can also Earthbend, creatures, of course, but you can Earthbend lands, of course, like the normal ones. But you can basically animate artifacts with Earthbending. That's basically the main point behind Toph. And since your artifacts become lands, they're no longer non-land permanents. So everything that gets rid of non-land permanents can no longer hit artifacts. Oh my god. This is like, I mean, it's maybe better than indestructible. I don't know, but but yeah, whatever. And if you earthbend them into creatures, then when they die, they come back tapped, as you know, non-creatures, of course. So you can, and then Toph just keeps on earthbending. So you can just keep on animating creatures, summoning creatures, but chances are Toph is just gonna die to removal very easily. But that's the thing. You don't keep Toph alive. That is literally the fundamental. So, yeah. That's basically Toph. First Metal Bender. You can Metal Bend your artifacts into lands and then into creatures. But still earthbending, not metal bending. But whatever. We got 2 mana. CODZ! Selfless Commander. 4 mana, 3/5 legendary human warrior ally. With Vigilance, you may look at the top of your library anytime. You may cast allies from the top of your library. You can sacrifice CODZ to give all your creatures +0/+5 and indestructible until end of turn. So another card that works well with allies is you can cast them from the top, has Vigilance, and then can protect all your creatures, both in toughness wise and indestructible wise. So +0/+5 and indestructible is a meh. But you know, like those really don't work together, like increasing toughness and giving indestructible. But hey, try with freaking Doran or something that makes your creatures hit with their toughness. Man, that +5 +0/+5 becomes a +5/+5. So the +0/+5 becomes a +5/+5, and oh man, this could be like an insane heavy hit using CODZ with Doran or something similar. So yeah. Plus ally tribal. Let's see cast all the allies from the top. Really cool card, honestly. I don't see how this gets played in Command. I mean, this doesn't really seem like good for Standard, but hey, Commander, Dual Commander specifically, I see potential in CODZ for Dual Commander. Like maybe makes Doran relevant again. Who knows? Was Doran ever relevant? Let's find out. Let's go to our number 1. The card you've all been waiting for. Avatar Aang. 4 mana, 4/4 legendary human avatar ally with flying and firebending too. Whenever you earthbend, waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. But if you've done all 4 this turn, transform him. So since he has firebending, you already naturally firebend by attacking with Avatar Aang. But if you know you can waterbend or earthbend everything, boom, you can turn him into Aang, the master of elements. A 6/6 legendary avatar ally with flying. Spells you cast cost Wooburg less to cast. This is the first card that can reduce generic costs in addition to reducing colored costs. So yeah, I mean so yeah, let's just see how, like, I think like what it was I'm pretty sure, yeah, they all stopped reducing, you know, like, so you go like stuff like what no, I mean, yeah, all the creatures that reduce like Morrophon reduces Wooburg, but only reduces colored costs, not generics. But whatever. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform him back into his normal form. If you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put +4/+1/+1 counters on him, and deals 4 damage to each opponent. What? Okay. That's crazy. So yeah, 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. But so yeah, you just so yeah, So yeah, basically he can transform back. Like if you look at this, you do this and wow, like you become an 8/8, flying and firebending too, and then you can start doing this again. But hey, this ability is also kind of cool. Like it flies, doesn't firebend, but it makes your spells cheaper. That is crazy. So yeah. So honestly, a cool card. Cool alternative to Omnath as well, but yeah, you could play them in Commander and just stack all the Uber card. Maybe a standard, like the original like Elemental's Omnath deck that was in Standard, Pioneer, Modern. Hey, someone could try to build this with Ang. I see this possible. But hey, that's it for spoilers. Let's go into the combo and non-bow. So combo. Let's start off. This is Crime Novelist, Cerber Diver's Scales, which is Ashnod's Altar, Squeedy Immortal, and Pitiless Plunderer. So, what you do? So you sacrifice Squeedy Immortal to Ashnod's Altar. You get 2 colors mana. Pitiless Plunderer creates a treasure. Sacrifice a treasure for 1 red. By sacrificing a treasure, you put a +1 counter on Crime Novelist and add a red. Cast Squeedy Immortal. You have 1 colorless floating. Sacrifice Squeedy Immortal, get a treasure, 2 mana, sacrifice a treasure, get 2 reds, and then just do this. So you get infinite colors mana and infinite +1 counters on Crime Novelist. So, really cool card. A really cool combo, by the way, just saying. So that's basically the combo of the week. Now, one that could even be a non-bow, or just, or if used correctly, a combo. Inverter of Truth plus Panharmonicon. By using Inverter of Truth with Panharmonicon, it basically makes the Inverter of Truth a leveler. So usually Inverter of Truth decks should use like a few cards as like what, a buffer, like, so it lets you, so you're supposed to use this with a few cards that can, in the graveyard. Like, you don't need to like empty out your whole deck. Like, you play Inverted Truth with a few cards. But with Panharmonicon, it duplicates all triggers, which means you're gonna exile both your library and your graveyard. So because it exiles all the cards in your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library, then it exiles your library again. So you're left with no graveyard, no library. At least Leveler only removes your library. So an exiling the whole deck win con would only work if the win con with an empty library is in your hand or in the battlefield. Because some decks where the playstyle is getting rid of your whole library rely on the win con being in your graveyard. Like, for example, Cephalid Breakfast. So fast as Oracle gets mailed into graveyard, or is already in the graveyard for some reason, and then you bring it back with Dread Return. So yeah. However, Inverter of Truth gets rid of both your library and your graveyard. So, I mean, hey, respond to Inverter of Truth with a one with nothing, and then boom, both your hand and graveyard and library are gone into exile. You can actually lose the game with just Inverter of Truth and 5 lands. Hell, even skip the lands if for some reason you won with Dark Rituals and Lotus Petals. So, hey, Wolf Gamer, how are you? My opinion on Murder Drones? Don't really like it that much. I feel like it's on this, like, I see Murder Drone like on the recommend, but it seems like it doesn't seem like the, like, I didn't really find it like it just like, I didn't really like the storytelling, anything. It just, I don't know. I mean, I just never actually really ended up liking Murder Drones. So, yeah. Anyways, congratulations. You've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe, follow, share friends, stay tuned to videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday, 4:30 GMT. Stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. This Saturday, another stream coming up at 6 a.m. GMT, where I will be playing a standard RCQ to qualify for Turin. I think that's like what the second last RCQ before the big open qualifier. That's in November, because there's gonna be like a tabletop Middle East convention, and that event has like has a big qualifier event to qualify for Turin. So yeah, so this weekend, there's one stream. Next weekend as well. The other weekend there's gonna be like the big stream. I might even be doing more than just play the tournament. I might even interview random people, cosplayers even. I don't know, but yeah. And Halloween. I mean, what? No, Halloween's like what? Not this weekend, next weekend. So yeah, I still want to. I still need to decide what I do on Halloween. But whatever. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And not prediction. Raid.